Fashion, style, and of course, wristwatches are the topic of every Friday night. Good evening, everyone. This is
Monday
Watch
night.
Fashion. Oh, yeah.
Starting
Yeah,
off strong, baby.
I was like,
Let's
wait
go.
a minute.
Monday. Sorry. Yeah.
My calendar out.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Oshin had too much fun last night, didn't he?
That's right. That's
Boys
right.
just want to have fun.
Fuck the intro. Welcome
It's
to the
better
Watch
this
Fashion
way.
Police. It's Monday night. Let's go. How are you all?
Good.
How's it going,
Wonderful.
Michaela?
Great, thank you.
How Evita does she look right now?
She looks quite Evita, yeah.
Very Evita.
It's the second time I've had this sung to me today.
The first time was me 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, they don't need to know that.
Wow, I thought that was like something that happened in the cafe or something like that. Would have been interesting.
No, I haven't left my house today, which is amazing. It's fabulous so far.
Well, that's great. You should wear your hair like that all the time. It is ravishing.
Oh, thank you. That's so
Absolutely
sweet.
beautiful.
That's nice. You know, it's a very easy to do style, so I'll take it. I'll run with it.
You would look absolutely beautiful in anything you put on with that hair. A beautiful
Okay.
gown, a sweatshirt. It's just so engaging. It accentuates your jaw, your neck, everything about you. Your skin looks translucent. It's amazing. Really, that's the
Wow,
hair. That's
thank
that's the
you.
Hollywood glamour look. 1955, Grace Kelly.
These are the moments I'm so jealous
I moved.
of a gay. Only a gay man can say these things without it being completely creepy. Imagine I just said everything he just said to you. Right? You'd be like, thanks.
I would accept it gracefully. Don't worry.
Okay. And then quit the fashion police.
Yes, never come
I'm
back.
done with that guy.
He was too weird the other day.
He was too complimentary. Isn't that funny, though? I mean, it's almost impossible to pay a compliment in today's day and age without it either coming off as creepy or sexualized, or even something as easy like "you look beautiful today," which is just a common courtesy to say if you see someone and they look beautiful, "You look beautiful today." Coming from a person you didn't have your coffee or you're in the office, it can be misconstrued, and that's really sad.
It's the worst. I think people have really stopped understanding how to accept compliments. It happens often while I'll compliment a woman for looking amazing. I'm like, oh, I love this or that. And I'm being very genuine. I'm not just, kissing up. And she just like, oh, thanks. It's like when somebody compliments you, be gracious, It's not that I need the validation for my compliment, but human interaction, it's like, where's the warmth? You're so cold and like, fine, go screw yourself. I hate you. Like, you just ruined my day. Like, thanks. No, rude.
The other day we were watching Danny Kaye in Hans Christian Andersen, the classic children's books and film based on all the Hans Christian Andersen, and it was Danny Kaye, and he's sitting by a brook and he's talking to all these children and he's keeping them out of school, and I'm like, this couldn't be made today. Because everybody would think he was a pedophile.
Oh my gosh.
Meanwhile, he was teaching the kids a new way to learn, something more fun, the sky, the sheep, the dogs. But I was like, they could never make this now.
That's the case with a lot of films, man. It's gone. We're too woke. What are you wearing, by the way, Dirk? Is it Monday, Milgas Monday for you?
Milgas Monday, baby. Do the roll, do. Oh, I got some new tape online that fits the clasp ever so perfectly. You can't even tell that it's on there. I know it's not focusing, but it absolutely looks ridiculous. Now you can't even tell.
I should send you some. I have these stickers where you can re-sticker a whole watch. Like the entire collection of stickers is on a page.
Oh, wow.
It's some company that sent me and they said we do the whole Rolex catalog, and they sent it, and I was supposed to spruik them on the channel, but then they decided that they didn't have a budget, and we got in a big fight. So that was the end of that. But I still have them in the house, and I think there's a Milgauss. I should send it to you. You can get in. Right? You can get in. It has a little plastic tweezers and everything.
Oh my
God. It's for sitting down with like a cup of a pot of coffee and like a whole afternoon It'd be like, you know, when people use those Airfix kits and they make the little airplanes, model airplanes, it'd be like that. It would be a long job.
Yeah.
But it would mean the entire watch is completely protected as if it were brand new. I am wearing the Upmapigay Royal Oak Offshore. Give it a bit of a loom. Sometimes I forget to do that because it's always exciting, a little bit of extra pop to the watch. Yeah,
That's a big pop.
That's fun. Look at that.
And it matches with this sweater because, you know, it's green and I have the gray strap on. Oh, come on, phone or camera, I mean. Because it's, you know, this thing it's got gray on the inside and green on the outside. So it works. It's a modest combo.
Where did you get that jumper?
At the Woolen Mills in Lara.
I was going to say, that is Irish for sure.
Yeah, it's the real deal.
Yeah.
Michaela, what are you wearing?
I'm wearing, of course, I had to try on for everybody. Hold on. This is the Chicago Nostalgia watch by Soner, a watch brand that is so hard to say when you don't understand Swedish. It's a Swedish brand.
Soner?
Yeah, it's the way that he says it when I'm the founder. I try to say exactly how he says it, so I'm saying it properly because it's his brand. But my voice just doesn't want to do it. I'm trying so hard, and it always sounds wrong. But I tried. Soner. It sounds weird. It doesn't sound natural. Anyway, yeah. But
now let me ask you: did he send you that one, or did you pick that out from the website? Did he pick?
He picked it out for me.
It's perfect.
Nice choice.
Yeah, I love the strap.
Oh, yeah.
It's my first rectangle watch, so I'm enjoying it. Yeah.
I love a tank on a woman. It looks good.
Guys, you should go watch Michaela's review of that exact watch that just came out yesterday. I will leave the link in the chat for you guys. It's a really, really good review. And I guess is that your first actual watch review officially, Michaela?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
It was really good. Very well done. Great job.
Like you've been doing it all along.
Well, I've watched many watch reviews in the past, and I've seen what I wanted to know. Like, I've seen what I liked, and I've also realized what I wanted to know. So I just played with it, you know, definitely amateur hour, but it was fun.
It was good. I like the way you kind of, all the close-ups kind of had your face in the same frame. I've never seen that done before, and it was actually really, really nice. Of course,
somebody's got to move, signature move.
Yeah, there you go.
Better patent it.
Guys, that is Michaela's channel there in the chat. Go over and check her out. Great channel. Talks about watches, about style, decorum, fashion, etc., etc.
Decorum.
Go over and give her a
yes,
sub.
Please.
Thank you.
So tonight we're talking about the BAFTAs that were last night. Anybody watch them? I didn't actually watch the show.
The EE BAFTAs, as apparently it's called now. It was so corporately sponsored. I couldn't believe it. It said EE BAFTAs. I was like, what's EE BAFTAs? And I looked it up. It's like they are now the sponsor. And every time anyone mentioned the broadcast and the winner of the EE BAFTA, I was like, oh boy.
Is that E channel or
no? It's a telecom company in England. Apparently, it's kind of like Vodafone or O2.
Oh, okay, got it.
I didn't even know them. I mean, I knew the usual suspects, but I didn't know them. But apparently, they're the producer of that, and it was weird. It's like the Verizon Oscars presenting the Verizon Oscars.
Right, yeah, I guess that's what it is. There was a lot of style on the red carpet and a lot of cool watches. I'm just doing a bit of a preview here.
Nice.
My God, I'm so.
I have my picks for best dress because I watched the whole thing this afternoon, which, by the way, was a nice and tidy 1 hour and 58 minutes. Oscars, Emmys.
Oh, that's
Take
nice.
Notes. Take notes.
That's very smart.
So, what do you think of Florence Pugh?
Oh my God, I'm so in love.
Okay, interesting.
I'm fucking
Interesting.
obsessed. I mean, she is whatever it is about, apart from her perfect face. I mean, that is, and it's like 1920s beauty or whatever look she has in her eyes. She
Hmm.
just has this astonishing confidence and such a relaxed person. Like she's riding this fame wave like she absolutely deserves it. Like, you know, some people have imposter syndrome and some people are a little bit tongue tied on the red carpet. This girl is just, she's just, yeah, get out of the way. Here I come. She just has that look in her eye and it's extremely powerful. And I could keep going on and on and on about her. What do you
That's
guys think?
interesting. I liked her in. I watched Don't Worry, Darling. I
Oh,
Yes.
don't
I
know if
haven't
you saw
seen
that.
it.
I was surprised at how much I liked it because I was thinking it's so Stepford Wives, but I enjoyed it. I actually think they really pulled it off very well. She did a great job, and I actually couldn't even look away when I was watching it. And I
Hmm.
liked seeing her in that classic kind of style. I feel like I mean, this is just my opinion. I think it's very flattering on her versus the kind of like short hair, bull nose ring look she goes for
Yes.
most of the time. I'm not a fan of that personally. It just, to each their own. To me, I don't find that to be beautiful, but that's okay. But I liked her in that, and I saw her in Midsummer. That was
Yes.
weird.
Speaking,
That was a weird
speaking
one.
of Swedish, yeah,
Yeah,
Midsummer. Yeah, it's an
yeah, that
odd
was a weird.
movie.
It was extremely slow burning, but yeah, it was weird. I liked
It's
her better
kind of
in Don't Worry,
terrifying, that
Darling.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what do we think about the getup? Seeing as we're looking at her, what do we think about the dress?
Hmm.
I think that her chest is a little too small for how much
Oh
space
man,
they're showing
amen,
there.
sister. I didn't
Yeah,
want to
and I
say it.
think it ends
Yeah.
up giving her a kind of a stocky look, and she's already pretty she's not by any means fluffy. I'm not saying that she's full figured, but like she's toned, right? But she's kind of a
Yeah.
muscular body type,
She's
and I
kind of
just
built like Pink.
yeah,
Yeah,
very fair.
she's a tiny
Pink
bit
is
stocky. Yeah.
She's a
yeah,
little
just
bit,
the slightest bit.
yeah.
And when you don't have much of a chest and you're showing that much space, it almost looks kind of masculine, because there's no cleavage. And so it's
Mm.
kind of looks like almost like a man's chest, just showing a bit too much.
She's
I'm not saying she looks
incredibly,
like a man. I
incredibly
know
small bosomed,
I
and
feel bad saying that.
she's that. I know we're all celebrating curves, big and small, and all types of body styles, but when it comes to couturiers, when it comes to going to the atelier and getting on the stand and having the seamstress and the designer there, why in the world would you want to draw attention to the fact that you have almost a masculine chest? I don't
Yeah.
understand it. A beautiful chemise would have been beautiful on top of that. Cover that up
Yeah.
with something, diaphanous and billowy, something sheer and black to match with the silver. It's
Yeah.
I saw this outfit and I said, wow, wow, wow. What an almost home run, except for
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, the rest of it looks really beautiful. It's simple, but not boring. So I like the rest of it. But yeah, I think it's a great call to add a bit on this area just to kind of give you the illusion of that, hourglass figure. But other than that, she looks pretty good.
She's got a real Bacall kind of Lauren Bacall face, a real
Yeah.
1930, like O'Shane said, 20s, 30s, 40s, a beauty aesthetic.
Yeah.
She could have played that up with something a little bit more retro. Instead, it almost looks like, I hate to say it, almost looks like Gene Simmons' outfit from 1977 in Kiss with the cod piece in the front. It almost looks like she's wearing some kind of armor.
Right.
Maybe a beautiful pair of opera gloves to have gone with that would have been beautiful too.
Yeah.
And is that a piece of jewelry or is that part of the dress? I can't tell.
Oh, it looks like jewelry to me, but you might be right. Maybe it is connected to the dress. I hadn't thought about that.
It's
Because
to
there's
give
not
us
enough
the illusion
contrast
of
for
cleavage.
I
Yeah,
guess
yeah.
I guess her prop on this is this enormous long shawl or scarf, or
Which is
whatever.
beautiful. Of
Yeah.
course. We love it. Yeah, that's hard to tell. It looks like it might be sewn into the bodice of that thing. I don't know.
Yeah, so not too bad, but the
Yeah.
chest area is the only thing I would adjust for her.
I would have just covered this up a little bit with something sheer and beautiful, and so we don't have to see that. I mean, she's
We don't have
really
to see that.
yeah. She's so
Well, we
beautiful.
we
She's
saw
so
her.
striking.
I know it's slightly indecorous, but we saw her bosom in her naked top really in Oppenheimer, and it is a kind of strange. She doesn't really have any the seno, as they say in Italian. I'm losing my English now. She doesn't have any seno to show really at all.
Yeah.
It's kind of odd. They almost look like pre-developed, like 12-year-old.
Yeah, prepubescent,
Yeah, exactly. And it's kind of odd. So yes, you're right. That's a weird dress, only showing that even more, which is it's weird.
Yeah, because
You
if you
should
had
just
it on
cover
anybody else, I feel like there would be so much cleavage. It would be
Right. Yeah,
vulgarly, like it would be like, okay.
that's right.
Is
Yeah.
this the Golden Globes? No, I'm just joking. But
Well, yeah, I mean, some of the cleavage we saw was, I mean, there was so much areola and nipple spotting at those
Yes.
events, which
oh
is
my
so
god.
crude, so crass, so unnecessary. You know,
Yeah, but
anyway.
she does
Just
have a
look at-
classic beauty in her face.
Oh my
It's so
God.
symmetrical. I get what you're saying. It's
Yeah,
beautiful face.
she's
It's
Lauren
perfect
Bacall.
symmetry. Yeah. And just the look in her eyes, like it's I don't once again, it's like, yeah, baby, I'm here. Like everyone look. Like she has zero confidence issues, this woman, or if she has, they're
Yeah.
completely hidden.
Yeah.
Let's move over to a watch. Shout out again to Waco of Revolution Watch. I'm always using him to his Instagram for references. Let's start out with the Prince of Wales. He wore his Seamaster, his Omega Seamaster 36 mil that was given to him by his mother when he was in his teens. Now, the one they actually have up on the screen there is actually incorrect. It's not the right one. They have the new one up there. He has the old one. Let me see if I should have a preview here of it. It is that watch.
Yeah.
And his mom gave him that watch. It was his first nice watch, I think maybe when he was 16 years old. So everyone knows about this watch and they know the connection to his mother. So it's whenever he's wearing it, it's a special evening for him. It's a very powerful message that he's wearing that watch. We've seen this watch, of course, on the channel. I own one of these in 41 mil, but he got it at 36, the 36 mil because he was a youngster.
He was a boy.
Yeah, a bony little arm, but he's always kept it and he's always been wearing it since. What are your thoughts on this?
It's a classic, dead classic.
Mm-hmm.
Who doesn't love it?
It doesn't look small on him either. I mean, you can tell it's a 36 mil, but it doesn't look uncomfortable.
He's a giant man too. He's like 6'3", 6'4". He's a big man, which is amazing that it doesn't look small. Maybe he just has kind of thin little arms, but it looks great on him. I'm also so used to seeing that watch on him. I've never seen him wear anything other than that. So I just associate it as much as I associate that with with the early James Bond and the first iteration of their collaboration. I consider it his watch too, and I love the fact that his mom went and picked that out. Just look at that. Oy,
yeah, and you know he could afford a different watch, but it just adds a lot of sentimental warmth to it. So I like that he wears that. It's hard to believe, and I'm not saying anything bad, but it's hard to believe if you look at pictures of him when he was young, just how dreamy he was when he was young. He just looks so different now, but
dreamy.
No, he really was so dreamy. Like photos of him when he was young. Women always thought he was the dreamy one. So
he was up there with the Harry Styles. He had that kind of
he looked
mania.
like a rich boy.
This is why Harry's so
break
fucked
your
up.
heart, and women love that.
Yeah. That's why Harry's so fucked up, because there was William Mania. He was a rock star without singing.
He even shaved his head too.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he shaved his head, but
now he has to. But
similar look.
He did. It's funny.
Oh yeah, no. I
started out taken after his mom, and then very clearly became his dad.
Yeah, he's turning into his dad. That's what I can see there. I love the guy. I think he's very confident. I love his charm and his elegance and I like the way he presents himself in public. He seems He's very interested when he's speaking to someone. He wants to know about them, about their story, and so on. He doesn't seem narcissistic in any way. And I have to
Mhm.
compliment. Also, before I get to that, the watch, of course, is a beautiful way to bring his mom around with him to events. You know that way.
Yeah.
Instead of some stupid, I don't know, brooch or something, he can wear that wristwatch that she gave to him, and it's just a little subtle nod to the most famous royal probably in modern history. So, and I also have to compliment him on this woman. I mean, she is just,
Wow.
that is the perfect royal right there for me. I mean, she, apart from the fact that she's incredibly beautiful and stunning and elegant, she just carries herself so well. She just blended in, as opposed to Meghan Markle. She blended in with the royals so beautifully, and she presents herself so well in public. Like the dresses she wears, it's amazing, and the jewelry and so on. What do we think of
Yeah.
this dress here?
She's a
So
princess.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
She's a royal.
Yeah.
And the thing is, she's never flashy, even though the design of this dress is so eye-catching. She's very subtle.
Mm.
I mean, her stylist is just beautiful. They know what they're
Yeah.
doing. And she carries herself so well. You could tell if anybody had to come to her for help, she's a warm-hearted lady. And she also has she has an amazing kind of glow up from the girl she was before she was a royal. So it's just really wonderful to see her story. She's a very inspiring woman for any women who are interested in kind of changing their lives and becoming more elegant. She's a wonderful role model, and
Yeah.
She's a
he seems
commoner.
also humble. Yeah,
She's a
they're-
commoner. And then
Is
and then
she?
she is.
I
She's
didn't
a
know that.
commoner.
yeah,
I
she has
mean-
a great story.
As much as that's a word, sadly, that's an actual word, you know, she's a commoner. And, you know, I mean, technically, Princess Diana was more in line with the royal lineage than these Germans were. I mean, it's incredible. She had so many. Diana was, you know, something like 50th or 60th in line to the throne. She had actual lineage to the actual, you know,
Right.
realm. Whereas they, you know, they inbred their way into Germandom, Englandom, Windsor. Windsor is a made up name.
Mhm.
This woman comes out of nowhere and just ascends to her inevitable throne with grace, elegance, and utter beauty. She is one of the most striking and
Oh,
deserving
Yeah.
future royals.
And you said it, grace
So
and
true.
elegance. I mean,
Grace
she's
and elegance
bringing that.
personified.
Yeah. I mean,
There's no tawdry behavior. There's no Oprah interview. There's no woe is me. Boo-hoo.
You think about it, Meghan Markle, being an actress, was so accustomed to getting so much attention for,
Yeah.
you know, her beauty, her looks, all this or that. And so I feel like when she had a stupid expectation that she would be getting more special attention about
Mhm.
her versus what value she's supposed to be bringing to the family. And
Mhm.
she was extremely disappointed. Just extremely disappointed by the reality of it.
Yeah.
Like,
She's
you behave
trash.
yourself. Yeah, you behave yourself.
you fucking
Keep
hate her
yourself in
so
line.
I
much.
fucking hate her.
Yeah, it's not about you. You think it is. It's not
You know.
about you.
You know,
Yeah, you behave yourself.
Mr. Kennedy has no affinity for the royal family. However, there are certain protocols to follow. You knew what you were getting into, and instead you had a plan the whole way along. She had that whole thing mapped out. Boo-hoo. I'm gonna change it all. I'm gonna change the whole thing. I'm gonna make everybody look at the royal family in a whole new way. No, you're out.
You're
Eh,
out.
Take
Fuck off
the
back
boot.
to LA.
Yeah, back to LA. You.
She might
So-
feel like she won something, but so many people see right through it. So she didn't win anything.
Our next guy here, this guy was Doctor Who, right?
He hosted,
Oh, he hosted the show.
He was the
David
host.
Tennant.
and he wore a kilt throughout.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, he did.
He's very loved, this guy in
He's
Britain.
a
I mean,
quirky little bird, but my God, he was really very good as a host, I will say.
really
He was terrific. He kept it lively, kept it moving the whole show.
nice.
And wearing Bulgari. Look at that.
Yeah, he's wearing this Bulgari. The Bulgari. This one came up recently on the channel. Who else was wearing? Was
We
it
were
George
talking about
Michael?
this last week. Yeah.
Yeah, George Michael had a gold one, right? Back in the
Yes,
day.
he did. Yeah.
And I think we decided we didn't like this watch very much. My
Because
problem
it's
with it is so
Bulgari,
fucking
Bulgari.
round.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's Bulgari is written on
Too
along
much.
around the watch.
It's thin though. The bracelet is divine. Just a couple of little tweaks here, like get rid of the Bulgari on it. Get rid of
Yeah.
that completely. Put Bulgari under the 12, and we're done. That's all they have
Right.
to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
I agree.
It's crass.
I'm not
It's
into
80s.
this. This date window as well is very bland to me. It looks like someone just came along and took a little chisel and just knocked out that little window there. There's no class to that date window at all.
It provides nothing.
It really it defines the watch truly as a fashion watch to me. It has fashion watch looks.
It looks like a fashion watch. Well,
yeah.
I mean, you can't really call it one though, because Bulgari's been making timepieces, and they are not a fashion house; they are a proper jeweler. So
sure.
They're in the same boat as Cartier. So but it screams fashion watch, doesn't it? It
does to me.
Me too. But that bracelet, yum, beautiful.
Yeah, the bracelet is really nice.
I love it. I love everything about the watch. Get rid of it. You know what? They should give us a shout after the show. And we'll talk about the redesign we have for the date window and for the bezel. And we're done.
How do we feel about this guy's getup?
Well, he didn't wear that on the show, and that's very interesting. I like the
he
colors.
Has his microphone still on right there. Look,
probably pre-show stuff.
Yeah.
At first glance, when you're not looking up close and seeing the design, it looks like camo. So I'm gonna say no.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it looks like camo.
To me, it looks like Japanese silk print.
No, it's constellation stuff. It looks like the map of the stars.
When you look up close, but if you're from a distance, it looks like hunter's camo.
Yeah,
see if he's in this video arriving along at any point. I mean, if he's the host, they're going to have him here somewhere. I'd like to see the rest.
He did a big intro with Michael Sheen. That fell kind of flat, but it was cute about somebody watching his dog.
I think he looks handsome. I like his hair. I like his clean shaven face. He looks good. I like the lapels of his jacket.
He's the star of many Dr. O, and the very well-received Broadchurch, which is a murder mystery show that went on for several seasons that you can get on BritBox, which I have, and I watched him, and he's an intense actor. Looks kind of like a bird in most of his shows. I could not believe how handsome he looked as the host of the show last night. He had great color. He looked great in his kilt. Now, on closer inspection, to me, this looks like a classic Japanese silk print. I like the contrast of the gold and the green. This is obviously for the red carpet because he wasn't wearing this during the show. It's beautiful cut, double-breasted jacket with a giant peak lapel, perfectly cut shoulders, perfect shoulder line with a black tie, black shirt. I kind of say if you're going to go glam, I like it. I like it. I don't dislike it. He's very slim.
That's the right word.
Very slim. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's glamming it up a little bit.
And now that you said bird, you said this little bird. I can't unsee that. He looks kind of like a bird in the face. Yeah, he's a birdie look.
He's got a very short jaw, pronounced nose, peaky little nose. And my friend Mary is wild for him. She's absolutely wild for him. She thinks he's the bee's knees. And I'm like, I just don't get it.
That's interesting.
But he looked good. He's also a Shakespearean actor. He's the goods, and he's a big star over there.
That Watch Guy UK, $5. Upvote and subscribe to the best independent fashion-oriented live stream on YouTube, and let everyone know in the chat what you are rocking tonight. Thank you, man. We're going back there about 20 minutes. Thank you so much. I think you had your show on earlier. I hope it went well. Everybody subscribe to That Watch Guy UK. Great little Monday night show on an hour before our show. And Graham R., I guess this is going back to the Royals here when we were talking about those. They're inbred Germans. It's why they all end up looking like horses over time. Harry's dad came to it. Different bloodline. Okay, well, we won't go back over that stuff. Let's move along. Yes, we agree. Next one in line, watches wise. Yes, he didn't get his award last night, Barry Keoghan.
Yeah.
Does he
It's not his
deserve an
time.
award?
It's not
Does
his
he
time.
deserve one yet? I don't know.
No,
Not yet.
He fucked
Not yet.
somebody's grave in the film, and
I
that's
saw
all
that
current thing.
movie.
Oh, you
I
did?
saw
I
it.
didn't watch
I
it.
felt like a very bad person after I watched that movie.
Yeah, it's enough to make you feel.
Really?
Yeah, they went for a lot of like shock porn in that movie. Just like really specifically weird, twisted things. Like, I don't know if you heard about the bathtub scene. You don't
No.
want to know. You don't want to
Okay.
know. You
Now.
don't know. Yeah, he drank someone's bathwater after
Oh.
they left the bath
Isn't that
because
what
he's
every man
obsessed with
says about
him.
their beautiful woman? I would drink her bathwater.
Oh,
Don't
but
they all
it's
say
one
that?
step ahead of that. It was a man, and it was a man who had previously pleasured himself in that bathtub.
Oh, boy.
Aha.
Yeah.
Why do we need to go this far, filmmakers? What?
don't.
Because they fancy the fact that they think we have no imagination to take what happens when the lights go out. They don't think we can come to our own conclusion. Instead, they have to show us these vulgar displays of
Yes.
whatever, which is unnecessary. We've seen it. Okay, it's fine. Move on. That's
what I'm saying. It's just too much. It's just too much shock. It's like you can't make a good movie. Is that what you're trying to say? You have to do something
Probably.
shocking. And the reason it was such a popular movie was literally just because of what was shocking stuff. But
it's free, and I still haven't watched it. It's on Netflix, and it keeps going Saltburn. It just looks.
is it an A24 film? No, it's not.
Oh, I don't know that it is.
Okay, maybe I don't. Maybe not.
Are they famous for doing that?
I wouldn't say so. They're no.
A24 are they're a bit arty. Sometimes
Yeah,
art house cinema can have some erotica in it that goes back decades.
Erotica is one thing, you know.
That's one thing, but
another,
perhaps in 2024 they're upping the ante. This guy must be a small fellow because he's been wearing some very small watches. This is the Aquaterra. Of course, I've had several Aquaterras at this point, but this is the 34 mil. He's into the ladies.
It's the ladies' watch.
He's doing the ladies Aquaterra right here.
Mm-hmm.
It's the
I would
Aquaterra
like that for
150
myself.
meter.
I would love that for you too.
No, I would nonstop stare at that if I was.
It's gorgeous.
I love the blue and the two tone.
At a price point that can't be beat, with a movement that's state of the art, coaxial. I mean, my God, this thing has got everything. Look at the rose gold accents. It's beautiful. Absolutely, this watch is magnificent. What this is the bargain of the year, ladies. For all the ladies out there, or for all the gentlemen considering a watch gift for your beautiful.
It's not a bargain. It's 12.5 grand because it's two-tone. This one has, the Sedna Gold two-tone. Sure. But you can get it in steel. You don't have to go for the two-tone. Has a lovely exhibition back.
I just think a little bit of that rose color looks really good with the blue on this specific piece. But if you looked at other color combinations, it might look good in steel too.
It's got an 8800 in it, one of the most advanced movements in the entire world.
Hey, listen, it's an Aquaterra. It's just in a smaller case. But it wears okay on him.
I like the dial. I love the date window. It's very feminine, the round versus the kind of trapezoidal one that they have on the other one. And
is he rocking a kind of slightly androgynous vibe going on? Is that what's happening here?
He looks like Kristen Stewart.
Yeah. I don't know what his which way the pendulum swings with this guy, but I could fashion wise, he likes to be adventurous, and isn't it so Irish, modern Irish? I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna get out of the fields and I'm gonna dress like a girl.
Right.
Because that shit was like you'd never make it out of the field a couple of years ago. Wow. It's just all these so many Irish artists are really going out there and becoming big daffodils and flowers. This is like
what's
a green
going on here with
suit.
this top? Yeah, there's a military vibe going on.
That's kind of what it looks like.
Yeah, he looks like one of the Von Trapps.
Yeah, that's a good one.
What are those called? Those straps on the shoulders. What are they called? Epaulets.
Yeah,
I knew you'd know what they are called. You're supposed to tie things into that, right?
Yeah, they're a military. They're usually on a dress. Your dress whites, dress blues, dress grays. And then they found them where you'll find them on every London fog, every great raincoat. And on and Viennese check. Oftentimes you'll see them on men. In the Germanic world, the jackets almost always have epaulets on them.
Ah. It's an okay look. It doesn't look too bad.
Yeah, it's better than the
Clearly a small
red
little guy.
thing. Yeah. Is he small? I don't know. I don't know what
He
his.
is.
Well,
I
he's got
think
a 34 mil
he's
watch
shorter.
on. He's a small fella.
He's
Yeah,
a
I think
funny
he
looking
is.
fella too. Big,
Mhm.
He
thick,
little,
big,
yeah.
yeah,
Go
big,
ahead.
thick watch of hair on the top. Kind of a funny little face. Brilliant, brilliant fucking actor though. My God.
He
And
reminds me
Sheeran-
of.
Well,
Sorry,
no, go.
I just keep cutting you off. I'm sorry.
It's fine. I don't shut up. I ate chocolate.
Your caffeine chocolate.
Yeah.
He looks like, I was trying to put my mind on it. Was it Ellen Page was the original name? Now it's Elliot Page.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Elliot
did the air
Page.
quotes, you guys. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. That's who he looks like in the face. I was trying to put my
Yeah.
finger on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the jaw and everything. So that's why we kind of feel like, oh, he looks pretty androgynous a little bit. I don't know. He look little bit does. But, he
Mhm.
became kind of a weird heartthrob for females after Saltburn because probably because he murdered people in that movie. Sorry to blow anyone out of the water with a spoiler. I'm sorry, but and women love a murderer. Also,
women love a murder.
love a
Quotes.
murderer. Why do you think all the imprisoned serial killers get endless love letters till the day
I
they
know,
die?
and conjugal visits.
Yeah, women were. What's wrong with us? And then also his nude dance scene. So he became kind of a heartthrob, but at the same time, there's a lot of women that were like, "Are you crazy? Are you crazy? Why are you obsessed with him? Look at him." I don't know.
Right.
I think he's fine. I don't really have a strong opinion. I guess not. No.
Mm.
He
And we
looks
definitely
alright.
love the watch.
I
Yeah.
love the watch. Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna steal it.
beautiful.
Absolute stunner. Love it.
Well,
Moving on. Who's this guy? Teo Yu.
no
What
idea.
was he in?
I don't know. Let me pull something up.
He's wearing a Cartier
Santos
Santos.
de Cartier.
Yeah. This is a watch that I like a lot, but not in two-tone.
No.
I have an issue with these
Screws.
Cartier Santos. It's just they're just a little in steel. This watch is amazing.
Mhm.
Like that. Come on, load, baby, load.
It has a very powerful presence when it's in all steel like that.
Yeah.
More
I
than you
gotta-
would think by looking at it just in this picture in real life. It's very wow.
I'm a big fan of that. I would wear that all day. But in two-tone, not exactly. I have an issue with the two-tone. I think it's something to do with the fact that the way they pull off the two-tone, like they just put a piece of gold on top of that.
The placement of it. Yeah.
Clash. There's a
The
clash.
contrasting screws are horrible. It's just a
Yeah.
bad thing.
It's not.
It's
It's
just
a little
bad.
bit giving me.
I don't like
the
this.
giddies.
I'll be the first to say that I'm not a fan of the Santos. Never have been.
Really?
I don't mind it so much in the all steel, but I think I only ever see it in two-tone. And now you just showed it to me in a version that I think I kind of like. It's the screws. Yeah, that just looks like a plate. Like
That's
somebody put a plate on the top of it.
Yeah, that's a real clash right there.
That
I'm
looks
not,
horrible. Look at that. It looks like it needs some kind of cream to get rid of those.
It's very chunky.
It's breaking out. Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't like it.
One of my customers pulled up wearing one the other day, and I was like, "Oh wow, look, it was pretty big. Looked pretty big on him. He's not a huge guy, but yeah, I prefer the Panther myself over that one.
Yeah.
But I'm not
Sure.
gonna complain. Whenever I see someone wearing any kind of decent watch, I'm like, "Oh my god, I love it." So
yeah,
I don't hate it.
I'm a fan of like, I mean,
Full gold?
this. Full gold, sure, but I like it in steel. I like it on a
Yeah.
band like that.
Yeah,
That's
that looks pretty
elegant.
good. Yeah,
Yeah.
that looks better.
Yeah. It's less
Just calms it
screws.
down a little bit.
Too many
Yeah.
screws. Too many screws.
Yeah, I can hear the screwdrivers.
Yeah.
The electric screw guns.
All right, Bradley snubbed once again. That guy,
Bradley.
he did not get it. I think he thought he was getting his
Do you think
Oscar
he thought so?
moment.
Oh,
For
yeah.
Maestro?
I think that's the problem. I think everybody
Maestro.
thought he made this movie because he wanted an Oscar, and that's why they're not giving it to him.
That's
I
the
don't know.
feeling. Yeah.
I'm so annoyed by it all. She
Did-
was robbed. She was she was actress of the year by far. By
Yes.
far. By
Well,
far.
did you see was it Small Things?
I downloaded a version of it because it's not available here, and I started watching. I got about 20 minutes in, and I said, "No,
No.
it's a weird movie." I didn't
Mm.
realize it's a modern day twist on Frankenstein.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he Willem Dafoe builds takes a dead woman and puts a baby's brain in her, and it grows, and she's
Uh-huh.
an adult woman that her brain starts to mature. Very weird.
I
That's
see.
weird.
And she's over the top as always. Look at this elegance. Absolutely, this is a Hollywood goddess in that
Yes.
classic.
Exactly. No
Carrie
notes. No
fucking
notes.
Mulligan. Jesus Christ.
She's
In
wearing Dior.
Oh, by the way, started watching that show last night about Dior and Coco Chanel called The New Look. It's available on Apple TV. It was dreadful. It was absolutely dreadful. Don't watch it.
Sorry.
Is there something about a woman when she gets to this age? I assume this woman is in her late 40s and still hasn't eaten a thing in 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
There's a certain kind of gaunt that begins to kick in when a woman just continues to insist on just drinking carrot juice and
She likes a good fry up. I'm a big fan, and I've watched her in all her interviews.
Oh, so she eats food?
She's a late night kebab girl, and she
No
loves a
fucking
good
way.
fry up. Yeah. That's
Does
just
she
her.
throw it up straight after? Because I mean, look at the collarbone.
It's actually really tough because to photograph that slender on camera or like appear that slender on video, you have to be honestly and truly so skinny, like so
Yeah.
skinny. So I think that's what it is. I think it's women are really picked apart in films when they're looking even slightly a little bit pudgy. So you don't want that, right? And the camera
Right.
adds however many pounds, right? So I
Yes.
think truly you do just have to be so skinny. And then yes, as you age, you lose volume in your face. You
Right.
just you know, so you start looking a little unhealthy, and it's too bad. But I think she probably does absolutely love food and all that, but she just can't eat that often, probably.
Anyway,
It's hard.
she's a master class in red carpet.
Yeah,
Black,
she looks so good.
gorgeous couture dress. The jewels look like they're either Van Cleef and Arpels or Harry Winston. Perfect set of earrings. Her hair is absolutely perfect. Just very little makeup and just a bit of red lipstick. She's gorgeous.
Could she have used a watch or a
Well, that
bracelet?
would have always. Of course, we want that.
We want that, but is this one of those rare cases where it's actually
No.
best without one?
It would have looked beautiful with a watch.
Of course, it would have looked so good.
I would have loved a
Yeah.
vintage Cartier or vintage Van Cleef or Hermes, something unbelievably different.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
something from the 20s or 30s. Yeah,
Right. Yeah, I agree.
love her.
But
No,
yeah,
there's
she did nothing wrong here though. She just looks so good.
Perfection.
Perfection.
It's just what when they get to this age, you see in the photo, there's so many lines happening, sinews, begins to look like a stripped turkey at Christmas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know.
She's
Well-
married to one of the Mumfords, the main Mumford from Mumford and Sons.
the dad.
The dad, not the dad. No, she's married to a very hearty boy. He's a thicker fella.
Right, yeah. I just always find that funny. Mumford and Sons is like, okay, so who's the dad? But yeah, I mean, look, she's stunning. She's radiant, beautiful. When I see a woman like that, I'm like, here we go. You know, we had a representative with William Morris, a very, very distinct, beautiful lady of a certain age. She brought Led Zeppelin and U2 and all sorts of bands to America. And she just wouldn't eat a thing. She would wear these incredible jewelry and dresses and so on. But she would, she'd have us over to her house in the Hamptons for dinner, and we'd be all enjoying whatever, steak or whatever. And she'd be there eating a piece of lettuce. And I always used to think, at that age, why don't you just chomp on a cheeseburger? Because things are getting a little bit too sinewy and there are too many lines. It's also aging because all the lines crumple together and so on. There's something kind of healthy looking about a bit of weight.
Yeah, It
Am I
makes
stepping
sense.
out of line here?
No,
No.
not
I
even
mean, it
a
could
little
just
bit.
be she's got a crazy metabolism. I mean,
Yeah, maybe it is. Maybe it is.
'cause-
Let's look at the watch. Bradley Cooper's watch. We saw this before.
yeah, we talked about it and everything, right?
This is his
The Tambour.
commercial. Yeah, it's a strange looking watch. I
Yeah.
mean, this is technically a fashion watch, not a Louis
And he's at
Vuitton is not.
Musée d'Orsay, it's shot in
Mhm,
d'Orsay.
mhm.
It's shot in Paris. Bradley speaks fluent French.
That's right.
So
Have we changed our mind about this watch or
no,
not?
I think we liked it. We were
Mhm.
surprised. Well, first of all, I mean, Louis Vuitton is going after the horology game.
Right.
They want to not be, because first of all, they own everybody.
Yeah.
So
Right.
Louis, they're not. Maybe they shouldn't have had to put their own name on the watch, but they're going for high horology. It's a beautifully appointed watch. It looks great. It's just unfortunately, us watch snobs see that name on there and immediately dismiss it. And
I mean, look at the little heavy micro rotor in there. Looks like it's made of gold or brass or something. That's actually some nice stuff going on there. Yeah, they're leaning into high horology. I don't know what kind of finishing that is. That's not guilloche or arabesque or anything. There's some kind of like hammered surface, but that's cool. Maybe that's their thing. My problem with this watch is that the look of it is a bit like the Bulgari that we were just looking
Yeah,
at.
I was gonna
This
say, did you think it's too round?
It's too round,
Okay.
and that stinks of fashion watch to me. And when
Mm.
you're a fashion brand trying to move away from fashion watch look, you should do everything in your power to not let it look like a fashion watch. And I think they failed. I think they
Hmm.
failed with this.
I
It's
don't know who
pricey.
designed the watch, but I mean the inside. I mean they bought. What is the name of what was the name of the company? La Fabrique du Temps. La Fabrique du. Does anybody remember what the name of that company? They bought La Fabrique du Temps, which is a Swiss watch manufacturer
Uh-huh.
in like 2005 or 7 or whatever like that. And so the inside of that is horologically, elevated. However, whoever's designing the watch, save for the bracelet, which I like,
Mm-hmm.
I just think, yeah, I think you're right about that. It looks too fashion watchy. Looks like it could say Michael Kors on it.
Right.
It really does, which is, of course, the ultimate insult is to see the name Michael Kors on
Isn't it?
anything.
That's so bad.
On anything. He used to, when I bartended at El Rio Grande, he used to come with many of his little man boys that he used to have, and they would sit outside on the piano and sun. And he's very elegant, older queen, and he'd have a fan like Lagerfeld, and he was actually very, very nice. But that guy's so rich because of all the licensing. He doesn't make anything anymore. But if you look at this watch, that's beautiful. That loom, so understated and elegant. I think they're on their way. I think they're headed in the right direction. Obviously, they wrote him a big fat check, so he went there, and that's okay, Bradley.
That's fine.
It's okay. But I don't hate this. I don't hate it.
I didn't notice before. It says Louis Vuitton around the outside on the side of the
That's
bezel.
even worse. You just
That's
made it
not
worse for
cool.
us all.
Yeah,
They
that's
should have
not
done it
cool.
inside, like Rolex.
Right? Yeah, inside the rehot.
Yeah.
I still
Yeah, they
can't
didn't.
get my
They
head
didn't need to
around
do
it.
that.
Yeah,
They
it's
should
tough.
actually have made their logo extremely small so you cannot see that
R-
it's Louis Vuitton, and people would have
Right.
probably liked it more.
Yeah, just put the LV there.
Isn't it too bad? Louis Vuitton, everything's so pricey and made better than Michael Kors, but it still gives the same vibe. That's too bad for them, isn't it? It's just become, it's not in their clothing. I would say a lot of the clothing is very fashion and cool, but something about the logos, the bags, I don't know. It
Ooh.
just gives very,
Ooh.
very, like the classic monogram bag. It's very kind of ghetto looking.
All the best
Sorry.
prostitutes in France carry Louis Vuitton. That's an old slogan from like the 50s.
Yeah.
All
They'll
the best
never not be
prostitutes.
popular.
No, they won't.
But
Listen, everybody wants the old horse bags, and that's what they excel in. They are the biggest conglomerate in the fashion industry. They bought up everybody. They are trying their hand at everything. They just want to be the biggest thing in the world. And this was the next thing. They want to put their stamp on horology. This is how they're trying to do it. Man, now I can't unsee the bezel. Oh, man.
Yeah, it's so bad, isn't it?
So
That's
bad.
really bad.
So bad. Wow.
Like right there, that cheapens the whole thing, that piece around there.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
that's adding layers that are unnecessary. And that's a sign of fashion watch to me. Also, the integrated bracelets and the roundness. Yeah, I don't know if I do it, especially the price. I mean, it's 20 grand.
Ooh, is it platinum?
19.5. It is. Let me see. No, it's
That's
steel.
steel?
That's a steel watch.
Go to hell, Louis Vuitton. Go straight
for 20
to hell.
grand for Louis Vuitton.
Go
Okay.
straight to hell. You know what I'll get instead of that? Longines Conquest 70. That beautiful new entry in their collection. Gorgeous.
And there's one for 30 grand. This is a two-tone for 30 grand. Do they have a solid gold? Oh, they do for 55. Look at that. Holy moly, that's awful. No, I wouldn't. No.
It's gaudy.
It's just getting worse and
Very
worse.
Gerald Genta bracelet, though.
Well, yeah, because it's integrated and it has those pieces, sure.
Mm-hmm.
But
nope.
Yeah, kind of gaudy. And no, that's a hard pass for me, especially in gold. My God.
Oh my God.
So bad.
Yellow gold can be very offensive if you're not careful.
If you're not careful, it can. So Robert Downey Jr. was doing the reversal
with his brooch. He loves his brooches.
Oh, he likes his brooch.
C-star.
Yeah.
He's got a star.
So this watch is just utter porn.
Oh,
I mean, I can't think of anything more pornographic than this thing.
No, not at all.
You know, it's got that plain side on one side, beautiful,
gorgeous,
simple, understated, and it's like the perfect
Deco.
fucking dress watch. Yeah, it's just perfection.
Come to mama.
And then the reverse, the reverse side is just complete horology porn. I mean,
yeah, beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
That watch, by the way, would look beautiful on everyone.
Yes,
it's an every man and every woman could pull that watch off. It's just so beautiful. I don't know about that knit bracelet. It's weird.
The strap.
I don't like that strap at all. Wow.
Look, it's got quick release, Michaela. You like quick release?
Oh, it does.
Love it.
It does.
I'm just crazy about it.
Who doesn't?
Let it go.
I mean, what is that? That is just that. I want that in a really great print so I can hang that on my wall.
That's a great idea, actually. Maybe I'll get this printed out. Yeah.
Look how insane that is. And it looks like, Salvador Dali or something incredible. It's beautiful.
These movements are these dials and so on. The detail, because I had a reversal for a while, a solid gold one, and just filming it up close. The detail is just ridiculous. Doesn't matter how close you get with a high-powered lens, you will not find any flaws anywhere. It's just beautiful. 38 jewels, that's a lot.
It's a lot of
jewels. That is a lot for a movement. And as always, these blue parts, these blue components in the hands, that's tempered blue. It's heat exposed blue. That's what this metal turns blue. So it's not actually colored like that. So it'll always remain that blue. It won't fade. But yeah, just a stunner and a very sharp guy. What do we think about his getup? How he's looking there?
Looks weird. Good.
He's wearing tails.
I don't like the C-star though, but that's just me.
That outfit. He's got a bolero jacket.
Tails?
They're tails.
Oh no, I didn't see that.
Down to the floor.
Full tails. Look at that.
Oh wait, what?
Full tail.
All the way to the floor?
To the floor.
Okay.
I mean, it's like Steve Perry Journey 1985. See if I can
find him here somewhere. Maybe he's on the red carpet. I'd like to see those. That's a bit weird though, isn't it? The tails.
I mean, it's his signature thing. He's been wearing tails at every event pretty much.
I feel like he would look a little bit fresher if he dyed his hair a little bit lighter brown versus as dark as it is.
Yeah, it's
too stark and
it's too much. It's just for men.
It's too obvious, and it's a little too stark. So what happens is that it actually accentuates wrinkles and whatnot. So if you care, it just if you dye your hair, that's great, whatever. But just think about maybe a little more of a natural,
Men
closer
have to
to your
follow the
natural hair
directions
color.
on the box.
Yeah,
5 minutes means five
yeah,
minutes. That's
but it's also
15 minutes.
important to pick the right
Is that what it
colors.
is? Is that what do you leaving it in, Dirk? What you just said there, 5 minutes means 5 minutes. Is that the problem?
Yes. The
He's
problem
leaving
is,
it too long.
yes.
Wow.
The science behind hair color is that the solution opens the cuticle up and then the color gets in. So the
Okay.
more the color, the longer you leave it on, the more color is absorbed into the hair strand.
Sure, makes
So
sense.
when you see guys with shoe polish black hair, I mean, listen, I've been coloring my hair since I'm 17, and when it's long, it's red. When it's short, it's dark. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I've learned my lesson when I've had the toaster cakes color. You have to really master the art of how long you leave it on, because when you see, especially rockers, you see all these old rockers with their crinkly faces, like Michaela just said, and they have like
Mhm.
the jet black hair. You look like an
Yes.
old witch.
Yes.
It's not a good look. He's Robert Downey Jr. He needs to fire whoever does. I think he does his own hair. He needs to go get a hair colorist, like a really great, LA, fabulous hair colorist to go in there and give him some highlights, because that just
Yeah,
looks too matte, too flat.
yeah, it's too flat.
And
It
he's so
almost looks like
thin.
it's almost like neon dark
Yeah,
glowing. It's
it's
like too
crazy.
much.
It's
Yeah.
too much. Yeah.
He's another guy now who's aging into the thin.
He's so
And,
thin.
and I'm seeing it a lot in him. Like it's just making him look older than he needs to look.
Yeah.
I mean, is there a problem with
I mean,
cheeseburgers?
he has snorted his weight in cocaine and heroin.
But that was back in the day.
I
Then
know, but that takes
he's
a
been sober
massive
now
toll
20
on your
years.
skin.
Sure, but he's been
You
sober
know?
now. He doesn't touch drink or anything. I just
No.
feel like he's just gone so healthy. He's drinking lettuce juice or whatever.
Drinking lettuce juice.
Lettuce
I
juice.
didn't expect that.
He's just like nothing else, and saying no to everything that's offered to him. And then the end result is, sure, you wind up with nice defined features for the camera, but you're also getting a little old and decrepit looking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's natural and all that, but there are definitely
Mm.
things you can do to revive your look a little bit. Why not talk about it, I think a
Yeah.
lot of the people that I see that go very much celery juice, like a million mile runs every day, they
Right.
usually age the worst. I think people that eat like healthy fats and protein, and maybe they lift a little, maybe they walk just a little bit less extreme on the health side, but they still make sure they get their nutrients. They usually age a lot better. But I feel like the people that are like raw milk or oat milk only, or one or the other, it's like they kind of start looking a little messed up.
It is a
Anyway,
little odd. Anyway, the watch
the
top
watch
mark,
is
the
gorgeous.
top marks for the watch. Oh, look, it comes on different straps, Dirk. Comes
Oh,
on a
yeah.
nice black
Oh.
leather.
Black, please.
You
Now,
don't like
what
the
I had,
denim? The denim
that
is
for the
so
beach?
cute. So cute.
That's when you're on the Lido.
it's a stunner. I would
Yeah.
love that watch. $27,000 and worth every penny. This is the watchmaker's watchmaker, JLC, Gigi Le Coultre. And nothing but beauty in
Yeah.
this. So top marks. Moving on. The man of the hour wearing Omega once again.
Oh, it's a very boring Omega, though, isn't it? The Prestige.
Yeah.
It's like
This one here.
just looks like old lady watch to me. There's so many Omegas you can get that are just
Do you think
very
it's the
feminine.
super smooth bezel?
it's just
Yes.
yeah. Everything
Look at
about
that
it just
Chamon de
is,
Fer as well. That's a nice
that's
Chamon de
cool.
Fer.
I mean, I like that. I like the small seconds. I don't mind the color of the dial. I'm not a big fan of the Roman numerals. I just don't like those hands.
That small seconds is very 1948, though.
It
Isn't
is. It's very Omega, even into the mid 50s.
Yeah.
I love that.
And that crown is beautiful. That's the
Yeah.
crown that the Seamaster Venice edition has.
Yeah,
That's a
nice.
stunning crown. That's so much nicer than the ones on the new
Oh,
Aquaterras.
the cupcakes. Oh,
Yeah.
I hate
Yeah,
those.
they're horrible. And they hurt your fingers as well. It's very hard to grip.
Yeah.
But yeah, Michaela, I think you're onto something there. Just the extra smooth bezel with the very round look on the watch. There's something slightly off-putting. Gorgeous
Yeah.
strap though.
It's weirdly plain, even though it's not plain. There's a lot going on, but it also just feels plain. So the combination of everything is not hitting right.
Yeah, it's cheaper than Dud. It's $5,700, and that once again we're talking about a date window that has no concept. It's just completely. It's just there.
Yeah, it's just cut out. There's no window to it. There's no framing to it. It's a little bit lacks imagination. What's the movement? The 8802. Nice.
8802.
I mean, look, all these movements could be taken out of the watch and worn on a fucking bracelet because these movements are tanks. They're just magnificent.
Sure.
There's something to behold.
Thank you, George.
Right. But you're not looking at that on this watch. Exhibition back is always
nobody
nice
cares about an exhibition watch on the back on this watch. It
Yeah,
should have
there's
some
no
some kind of relief on the back. Some
Right.
kind of beautiful applique, something.
Yeah.
But cheers to him for having a signature style and not wearing one of the watches that everybody wears.
Right.
So hey, it's individual style. Is he wearing a cummerbund there with a very, very loose blouse?
It looks like that.
What's with
What,
the Irish
is that a
guys?
cummerbund?
I don't know. It actually looks like he's wearing genie pants with the elastic waistband.
Yeah, like they're pretty. They're up there.
Yeah, they're high up. I just don't know what's going on with the Irish style, fellas. Irish boys, come on, represent.
I think that he the stylist tried to make him look a little bit younger by giving him Bieber hair this time. Styling it very Bieber-y.
Yeah.
Because in the last few award shows that we've seen him, I feel like people are really talking about his aging a lot. But I think he looks good. He looks good. He looks like my grandfather a lot. And I look at him.
Wow.
My grandfather, who I never met, but I have an old photo of him. It's like he reminds me of him a lot. I'll send it to you guys after.
Here. He's got serious lip gloss and he was made up before this show. So maybe he's not well. Maybe he had somebody come in there and just give him a bit of like Undertaker's. Who was it that said that they was watching? I think it was Cillian Murphy. I think it was. I think he said, "Now I know what I'm going to look like in my open casket." It was a joke he made.
Oh, really?
Because he's a bit of a funny fucker because he's Irish and the humor is a part of the culture. I just don't get this. It almost looks like I'm from Denoblia 5. He just came off the spaceship. It looks like future wear. He's a delegate from Denobula. Just strange.
It would be easier to
excuse me, Senator.
See his whole outfit, but I understand this photo's cropped.
Yeah, it's very weird. And he won, and for a very mere performance.
Here's another Omega, Coleman Domingo with the DeVille Prestige 41 mil.
Yeah.
As coroner of ours, I say I've thoroughly examined her.
He looks like the coroner from The Wizard of Oz with that outfit. Or else Yosemite Sam.
Well, what's up with this tie situation? What is that?
Excuse me, Sheriff. I'm looking for the saloon and bail.
And there's another little thing going on there down.
Well, cummerbunds are a part of a tuxedo. They are, and they were, and they'll forever be a part of it. You can wear them or not wear them.
Why is he holding a rose? Is that an accessory? Is that a prop? Or
one would.
I didn't see him. Yeah, I'm not feeling the pussy bow tie on him. He's a very
pussy bow. Is that what you call that?
That's what it's called. Pussy bow.
Oh, okay.
A weird word, but
I'm just asking. I don't know the
No, it is. If I'm not mistaken, that's what it is. And he's a very handsome, masculine guy, and I feel like they feminized him a tiny bit.
They do.
And I don't think they should have. I think they should have leaned into his masculinity and let him wear just a good, solid tux or a suit. He would have looked 10 out of 10. I don't know why they always have to feminize men.
It's a new thing.
I get it. It's fashion. I know it's fashion. That's what they do. but some men don't pull it off. He's not pulling it off. Like,
He's too rugged a man.
don't do this
pull
to
that
our
off, yeah.
man. Don't do this to him.
Stop feminizing all of Michaela's boys. You
Yeah,
heard it here
stop
first. I
right
agree.
now.
I can't stand it. Listen, if you're Harry Styles, I get it. It looks
Right.
great. It looks great. Cillian Murphy 20 years ago.
Or Timothy
Mhm.
Chalamet.
Timothy, you know, he's the
Right.
twink of all twinks right now.
Mm,
You know,
Mhm.
he's the objet desire for all the pedos in town. You know,
Oh.
he's half man, half woman. He's all things. You know,
Bringing it back here to this photo, what's up with those huge fucking shoulder pads?
it's very Dynasty, 1982.
Exactly, that's what I'm thinking.
Joan Collins, yeah.
Yes, Joan
Linda
Collins
Evans,
with the
yeah.
fucking big pads.
Well, Denver Carrington is mine now.
Yeah, it's not good.
As for the watch, Dirk, you're fucking going crazy over there. This is the watch, very similar to what we just saw on Cillian Murphy's wrist, but this time in full steel, with the full bracelet.
It looks
Identical
better like
dial.
this.
Hmm. I'm not sure of a watch
washed
like
out.
this photographs so well. It probably looks better in the flesh. This nice brushed dial. I didn't realize it was a bit of a step down here at the edge. Look.
Oh, I didn't see that either.
Yeah, I didn't see it on the other one.
Hmm.
That's interesting. And these little indices look like little blobs.
Yeah,
Little blobs of metal.
not feeling
Lick-
those.
No.
Mm.
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 Mm. He wanted a shiny steel watch. There were so many other better options.
So many
he could
other
go
ways
for.
to go.
This is very Breitling, this bracelet.
Very much so. It looks like, but one of that class.
But they're
looks
straight.
Really
The Breitling
great, though.
ones would be angled. Yeah, that's a gorgeous looking clasp. Nice pushers.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's a good looking, interesting watch.
Oof, look at that. Yeah, look at that clasp. Looks still. I'm actually kind of mad for that bracelet, though.
Hmm. Yeah, because this is, if it's anything like the Breitling ones, these watches are like mirrors.
Yeah.
It's beyond glossy. It's the next stage. And when I had that Windrider cockpit, that was like that. It was basically a mirror, and basically, every time you look at your watch would change depending on what's around you. If there was like a red lamp near you or something, your watch was red. Or
That's
if you
always
were
fun.
if you were near
Yeah.
like some grass or trees, you look at and your watch is fucking green. Like it just because it reflects everything. It was very hard to film that watch because all you could see in the close-ups was me with the camera. It was acting as a mirror, you know. It's kind of crazy. $6,100, decent enough.
Yeah.
Probably the same movement, right? 8802. No need for the exhibition back, really, but okay. Nice. Let's move on to the next one. Is there a next one? I believe there is. Oh yes, here he comes again. Now this has got to be a very small man because
He's not. He's 5'11".
He's not.
He is,
Rami Malek.
He comes across.
Yeah.
across very small.
and he has an identical twin brother too.
That's true. How tall is Rami Malek? He's 171. Let me see in feet. 5'7". That's what I thought. He's not
What?
5'11". Sake.
5'7".
I knew already this guy was a tiny guy,
Oh,
and
I
he's been
googled him
wearing.
once when he was in the Mercury movie because I was like, because Freddie Mercury was 5'9", and I couldn't tell.
Can I
whether or
just
not
say
they-
something to you that's very obvious? If that guy was 5'11", that's the hugest head in the world. Okay, you can spot when these guys are small because their fucking head is enormous on their body. If that dude was 5'11", that's a fucking foot width of a head. Okay,
Wow.
right? Got it.
Yeah, the power
Got it.
with which you just made that statement was
It was
it moved me.
man. I felt like I was at the UN right now. I was like, okay, I get it now.
Like, okay,
God down.
it's a big
God
head.
damn it.
Okay. Yeah, actually, I feel like a lot of actors have big heads, even if they're
They
tall.
do.
They just do. It's one of those things. If you start noticing it, everybody in the industry has just a giant head.
Really?
Yeah.
What do we think of his getup here? He's got a little
It's
bow
more
tie.
tunics and loose fabrics and gentlemen, go get a haberdasher and go get measured for a suit. Come on, we're tired of this tunic look. It's boring.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it fits him nicely. And also, either he is very ill or these colors are seriously washing him out. They should have hit his face with a little bronzer. It would have really helped. He looks very sickly, like his skin. And I don't mean it to be mean. He should have maybe got a spray tan. And I'm not a big spray tan fan. But before you're on the red carpet, a little bit of bronze will. I mean, Taylor Swift, whenever she looks her
Egyptian,
best,
right?
she's got a spray tan.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so
So
having that
he
olive
can
tone
get some
skin,
great color, yeah.
that olive tone skin really doesn't look good in the winter without sun. It looks so good when it has that sun-kissed look, but otherwise it looks a little sickly. But
Yeah. Watch is beautiful though. Very small, very feminine.
yeah,
Very small. I mean, he's big into the Tank franchise.
That's his
I
thing,
mean,
yeah.
we love this watch. It's an absolute icon.
Sure.
I've got to say, the Cartier website is incredible. Like this little,
That's pretty unbelievable.
you know, this is so smooth. You're able to look at the watch so beautifully. This makes Rolex's site look like very amateur. This, of course, is the watch that my daughter wears every day, but of course she has it in stainless steel. It's one of the greatest icons in the history of watches. This, of course, is the solid gold version. The larger version of this, because this thing is where's the size of it? This is 25 millimeters. The larger version has diamonds on either flank there on the sides. So it took me a little while to actually find this particular one. It's a classic. It's amazing. You can't argue with the Tank franchise. They updated the design ever so slightly recently, and he was in the commercial with Catherine Deneuve
Yeah, crazy.
on a bridge in Paris or something. I think they killed something in the design. They made it a bit more futuristic and a bit plainer, but it's essentially the same kind of watch in solid gold. Can't go wrong. Classic Cartier.
yeah, that's delicious, delicious.
I'm in.
You
Beautiful.
would rock the shit out of that watch.
Oh,
my kid.
yes. Yes.
Yeah, I guess I'll
Evita,
take one. I guess.
Evita.
No, I love it. It's so beautiful.
Gonna find out what watch Evita Peron wore.
25 grand for that solid hunk of gold.
It's a brick of gold.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing.
Because you know it's probably quartz.
Oh, it's definitely quartz.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That doesn't matter. It's not about
No,
that.
it doesn't. It doesn't matter at all. I tell people Cartier gets pass, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
Cartier
for sure.
gets the pass. They just do. Just how it is. Like it or lump it.
So let's look at some more of the ladies here and their dress sense. Who we got here? Daisy Edgar Jones. What's she in? I don't know. what
She
she's
was
up for.
in Jay, she looks familiar. Don't know. She's a sexy little rocker girl.
Wearing Gucci. Nice. That's a beautiful dress.
She looks cute. It's not really.
Is it
I mean,
shorts?
Not a dress.
Short.
It's a short
It's-
skirt
it's
with
a-
a surround.
with a wrap.
Mhm.
Okay, interesting. I'll tell you who I think the two best dressed were when we get to them.
Sure. Naomi Campbell was there. Wow.
Yeah, she's wearing a cloak.
Uh,
Yeah, I mean, I know she's still got a rocking body under there. So that's just what she's devoted to the memory of Karl Lagerfeld, and that looks like a classic Chanel by Lagerfeld. And I would imagine it's from her closet
mhm.
because he's gone, and she was his muse.
Really?
Oh, her and Carl were very close, very
Wow.
very close.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
Oh, she has a pop of gold there on the belt. That's
very
cool.
nice. I
Yeah.
mean, she's one of the great all-time beauties, isn't she? I mean,
I think
like,
the fringe I would have gone without with the
Yeah.
bob, because then you can
Mhm.
really get the effect of the cloak, the hood, right?
yeah, it
But
almost
having
looks like
that
it's part
fringe
of
in
it.
the way, it really, it's
Yeah.
like you're kind of.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
Also, she's got an iconically symmetrical face, and I think fringe is just not something that beautiful people need.
Look at her, though. Magnificent.
Yeah,
She must-
she's
55 at this point.
She's a
right?
very ethereal. She's not human. She's like
yeah, she's
an
not.
alien goddess. Is what
She is. Well, remember when this was an abomination. This little
How
cream
quickly you
powder
switched.
puff. This is a girl that just irks the living shit out of my soul.
Emma
I
Stone.
don't like her as an actress. I don't enjoy her. She just comes off as fake to me. She won for that movie. Everybody's in the chats telling me I need to give it more than 20 minutes. I think 20 minutes is being very kind. That dress is horrific. The color is dreadful.
Yeah, not
The
good
cut
for her.
she has, talk about for Florence Pugh showing off the fact that she's got, boy cleavage. I mean,
Yes,
there's another dress that is not designed to help her out because she's as flat as an ironing board. But what
sure.
is with that big
I don't like the
giant puff?
tumor. I don't like
Yeah,
the
the tumor.
tumor
There
that's
you
growing
go.
on her arm there. It looks
It's
like
gross.
it is not a pretty billow of
It is.
fabric. That's a very gross, wrinkly, weird, creepy
Yeah.
thing. And by the way, Emma Stone to me, I used to think she was very like lighthearted and fun, and that's how she's
Yeah.
kind of portrayed. But I've
Yes.
seen so many interviews where people address her as Emma, and she says it's Emily. It's Emily. And she's all annoyed by that, but she presents herself as Emma Stone, and then she gets mad at people for not using her real name, which is Emily. Like, are you stupid? I just don't like people like that. Like, you're insufferable, honestly. Like, it just came across
Yeah.
so
She,
insufferable. It's like
she
it's
just
Emily, but you are known as Emma Stone, so don't snap at people for not knowing that.
Yeah,
So
right.
insufferable. I hate that.
I never noticed that. What about this necklace she's wearing? It's got a little star, like a big diamond or something in the center. Is that nice? Do we like
The
that?
necklace
I mean,
is
it's
nice. It's
nice,
simple.
but it's unfortunate that it's being drowned out by this orange cupcake that she's wearing. It's not even orange, it's kind of peach. It's just not
Yeah.
it's not that color is so benign and frosty. It looks like it's made out of frosting. Her hair is a mess.
So yeah, it's an example of, they tried to get a color that they thought would suit her because, she's got the red hair and everything, but it's not
green is the answer
it's
to
not
that
working.
question.
Yeah, greens. And
Get
this
emerald
tone is
green
not
on her.
working. It's muted. It's muted. So then it looks dusty on her, like a dusty light orange. It looks not right. Yeah.
Shane
Yeah.
McGurk says she's a teapot.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty bad.
Tea
Let's move on.
cozy. Yeah.
A tea cozy.
Pretty Little
yeah, to
Things.
cover.
Pretty Little Things. That
And
was the
she
movie,
won.
right?
She won for that film where she was just flailing and being a kook.
Oh, here's
That's Lily Collins.
yeah, Phil Collins' daughter.
Yeah, she presented. She's in Tomorrow, Ralph. It's a very ornate. Looks
I'm
like
trying
roses.
to figure out if I fancy her or not. I can't figure it out.
Well,
I can't figure out if I think she's hot or not. She's very elegant. Look at those beautiful hands, the way she's holding her hands. That's very elegant.
I think she just doesn't have she is, to me, I find her just really beautiful, but I think she doesn't have an approachable type of beauty. It's very like such delicate, sharp features. I think.
Right, yeah.
Beauty. Look at the shoes, though.
I think
that
men,
dress
a lot
is
of men,
just,
yeah.
it almost crosses the line of being haute couture or something you find in the mall at the glitzy Jewish lady shop, just a little bit. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for haute couture because it almost looks as if the draping on the shoulders, it looks like bouquets of roses, and as does the top of the bodice work.
I like
Well,
that.
the
I
arms,
like
look
her.
like roses, like white roses.
Yeah, they look like bunches
Yeah.
of white roses, and
Instead of whatever that was on Emma Stone's, the tumor. It
Yeah,
doesn't
the
look like
tumor.
tumor
This is-
arms.
This is elegant Audrey Hepburn beauty. She has the
Yeah.
best eyebrows in the business.
Yeah, they're-
Absolutely astonishing.
Yeah.
And I'm addicted to her stupid show, Emily in Paris. I watch.
I
it
know,
all the
isn't
time.
it?
Is it
it's
fun?
So,
It's really bad.
So
You'll
cringy.
hate it.
It is so cringy. It's so horrible.
It's so
But
bad.
for some reason, she's just so cute. I can't stop watching. I just like her so much. I'm like,
There's
Yeah.
probably
oh.
lots of lovely shots of cafes in
Oh,
Paris.
it's all
It
about
is,
Paris.
but it, a lot of Parisians are like, it's so stupid. Paris is not like that. Blah blah blah.
Really?
But she just
Yeah.
looks so good, and she's
she's
very
a bad,
fashionable.
bad person in that show. She's a bad
She's
person.
so selfish. She's
So
such
selfish.
a
It's worse
childish
than
and annoying.
it's worse than Sarah Jessica Parker in Sex and the City. Selfish. It's
Oh my
10
gosh,
times
we could
worse.
talk about that
Wow.
one
You
day,
know?
Derek.
She didn't
I'm
fuck
obsessed.
Miranda's husband, but bum.
Ocean, I dare you to start watching that show. You're
It's
gonna
really
hate
cute.
it.
Listen, you love Paris, of course you do. It's worth it for all the
There's
Parisian.
no shame in watching any content just to see the surroundings.
Definitely
as
not.
I've
And
as
that's
I've
why I
discovered
watch
on
it.
my channel, because I just walk around Venice and people
Yeah.
look over my shoulder at the surroundings and they're
Mm-hmm.
perfectly entertained. I don't mind that. I don't mind a little bit of brainless shit every now and
It's
then.
super brainless.
I fry my brain out editing constantly and coming up with different ideas. Sometimes I just want to stare at something stupid and not have to think, And she is pretty, but you're right, Michaela. Like they're sharp, untouchable features.
Kind
Would
of
be
like
very-
Audrey Hepburn a little
Right.
bit.
Yeah.
Very Audrey Hepburn, yeah.
She should
Listen.
play her in
Yeah.
a film. She'd be perfect.
There's also the ultra gaunt. You see that arm here and her back bones are beginning to stick out. I know she's gone for this lovely clean line and the gorgeous neck bone. You need that, but this now it's getting a little. Ugh.
She played in a show called To the Bone where she was anorexic, and she actually lost so much weight for that role. And it was really scary because she is already really, really thin. So it was pretty freaky to see that.
Yeah,
I couldn't really watch it. It was too depressing. It was like, I can't. So I turned it off. But
who's
yeah,
Taylor Russell?
No idea, but that looks like this looks like Joey Heatherton 1970.
I like this.
Of course you do.
I really like
Super
that.
sexy.
that fits
It's
her
sexy, but
very
so
nicely.
nice. Yeah.
Beautifully. In low. Okay. That is on her
It's
skin.
like a glove
My
just
God.
draping on her perfectly.
She's a beautiful girl. Wow, look
Mhm.
at that smile. My God. Her eye makeup is divine.
I
Look
mean,
at that.
That's very sexy to me.
This is very Vegas 1970. It looks like, she's
yeah.
going to the Caesar's Palace to see Dino. Or she's in the show. She's Lola Falana. Google that, kiddies. Google Joey Heatherton and Google Lola Falana.
So what's low? Is that's the designer?
Yeah, the designer, yeah.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. And her skin is ravishing. Ravishing.
Yeah, that
she's
is that's something else, man.
Look at the drapery on that. Whew, beautiful.
I mean,
Wow,
you
look at that
need
waist.
you need the figure. You need the figure for that. You need the basically highlighting a magnificent shape.
I don't know who she is, but she's.
Well, the movies she's been in are kind of they've never really been big hits. So, like Escape Room, Waves, things that they never really.
Things like that. Okay.
Yeah, they're just like.
She looks athletic. Maybe she's in like
stunning.
action movies and stuff like that. Let's move on to Margot Robbie. I'm not mad about that. What's going on with the crazy brassiere stuff?
Horrible.
Yeah.
It looks like she's wearing a pair of sunglasses on top of her dress.
She looks like an award right there.
Yeah, she looks like
It's like
so
a
true.
cake topper.
A cake topper.
It's an Armani Privé, and you know what, Giorgio. No good. She's a beautiful girl. This was
that mouth on that woman.
She
My
shouldn't
God.
be wearing black.
Yeah, I think
It's not
black
her color.
is not.
Why does she
takes
have a
away from
beautiful
her.
necklace on there?
And
Where's
also
the
a
jewelry?
little
Not
bit
dead
of
space.
also give her a little bit of a pink or something in her lip so she looks more alive.
Right.
The nude kind of washed her out a little bit. She just needs a tiny bit of more color.
Yeah, and the pink and black thing is so delicate. It's such a weird thing. It can work in it worked for Julia Roberts and it worked for Audrey Hepburn, but this is, first of all, does she have a very small bosom?
Yeah.
She does?
No, no one in Hollywood has a particularly large bosom.
Because
Sydney
this is-
Sweeney, everyone's going, oh my God, she's enormous knockers. I'm like, no, they're not. They're just in Hollywood, they're big. They're big for Hollywood because everyone's on carrot
Enormous
juice.
knockers.
But you'll notice that those women that are more well endowed in that area don't end up being that big. They don't end up making it that big.
You're
It's weird.
so right. You're so right.
They're always kind of like the sexy girl in a movie that's like kind of a fun movie, but it's never really
Never
gonna.
a protagonist. Never. Yeah. It's something. Maybe boobs are they're slightly indecorous for a protagonist on the silver screen. I believe.
Yeah. This is a fail. Hashtag fail. Beautiful
Really?
girl.
And she
You
is
hate
so
it as well?
beautiful.
About it.
That's why it makes me sad because she's so beautiful.
She's so
So
beautiful.
you agree, Michaela? You don't like this either?
I'm not a big fan of it. I just think actually over the years, besides during the Barbie red carpet, whatever they've done, and all the promo where they dressed her in pink girly outfits, which she always just killed those looks. So cool,
Yeah.
so good every time. Besides that, her stylists on the red carpet have classically failed her over and over and over and over. Always just missed it. They just put her in things that like made her not look as attractive as she is. It's like they almost hate her or something secretly. I don't know.
Yeah.
Nathaniel, $5. Thanks so much. Tom Wolfe coined the term for older women who try too hard to be skinny in Bonfire of the Vanities. Social X-ray. Oof. That's close to the bone.
Terrible.
Yes, let's move on. Who else have we got here? Silvery dress. Who's this actress? And what is she in? Sheila Atim wearing Gucci. I like that look. I like those tops, whatever it is about that look, the cutout of the arm like that. It's neat and it's clean. I think showing cleavage on the red carpet is a bit crass sometimes.
It doesn't have to be if in the hands of a beautiful designer, it can be beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
This looks very fashion showy. It's also messing with all the cameras. Look at that. Look at it. Almost looks like she's green screened because look at the red that's happening down there. What's going on down in the middle there? Is that a reflection of the red
I think
carpet?
there's a kind of
That's
a
the reflection
belt.
of the red carpet.
Is it? Oh yeah,
Yes,
you're right.
that's reflecting the red carpet.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. I mean, this
Silvery.
is a classic. This is classic feed bag top. You know, this was
Feed bag?
pioneered. Yeah, it was
Stop.
pioneered in the late 50s, early 60s, and it's a feed bag style that's just draped and held together with two stitches. And it's making a comeback in a lot of ways. And this is, I don't know who's now in charge of Gucci. That Falconetti's gone, and I mean, it looks more runway than red carpet to me.
I think she looks really cool. So
Cool.
but
It's
I
great.
agree
Look,
what you're saying. I get what you're saying. It's
more,
not
more
like
runway than red carpet. To me, it looks
Yeah,
more like
it's
fashion
really-
show.
yeah,
You know,
so true.
and I would have liked a hat on her, like a really great brim hat with that outfit. It would have looked
Oh
great.
yeah, I can see that.
Like a big hat would have looked really stunning on her.
Mm.
Do something on the red carpet. It's red carpet, honey. Beautiful baubles, maybe a gorgeous big diamond bracelet, something. Just because the dress is glittery. You should have had some real sparkle on you somewhere.
Well, let's finish with
She's beautiful. Okay, this is
girl
not
I
a
have
great
to
picture.
for.
In my opinion, she was astonishing on stage. She presented. She was
Valentino, of course.
fucking outrageous. She's as tall as the Empire State Building.
Yes, she's
And
very tall.
this dress was outrageous, and it looked great on her.
She's
She's really quite beautiful. Look at this Valentino red. 'Cause
So
no,
good.
no one does red like Valentino.
like Valentino.
And she looked great. Someone did her hair. Look at this. Someone actually did her hair. Look at that. I wish. Yeah. She's got
Fucking beautiful.
beautiful bracelet, gorgeous drop earrings.
Oh,
I
God.
wish she didn't have all those little fucking stupid scribbly tattoos, but that's what the kids are
Right.
doing.
Isn't that too bad? She's so beautiful. I
She's
really
so
don't like those
beautiful.
little random tattoos.
They're horrible.
I hope she gets them removed.
Me too. Get
because
rid of them,
she's
Duo.
so
You're better than
beautiful.
this. You're better
This
than
look
this.
is amazing. She's one of the best dressed females
I
of
think
the
she's
night.
her, and I don't know if you have Emily Blunt available. I thought she looked outrageous.
She's not in this video, so
Yeah,
you want to pull her up, she can help me out.
I have a picture of her, but this was I have one of her too. Because if you didn't have her, because I just thought Dua Lipa looked absolutely best dressed of the night. That dress, her hair, her makeup, she's beautiful,
Agreed.
gorgeous.
Agreed.
What a dress! My God.
And is the red of Valentino a famous red? Is
Yes.
that a thing?
Yes,
Oh, that
Valentino red.
explains it.
It's it's on the Pantone.
Well, do you remember we were modeling Valentino red? Do you remember
I
they came out
remember
with
that
their
very well. That was
Yeah,
his
very-
line for menswear. He had a new line for menswear. So
I
his
didn't
old
like
red-
any of this stuff, and I kept going for the regular Valentino shit. It was pissing them off because they were like, "Why aren't you wearing this shit we're supposed to be giving you?"
It was a new line. And
Yeah, it
they
was a
did
brand new
Did a
line,
show
yeah.
at Bergdorf Goodman, the premier store.
I just didn't realize it just didn't occur to me because it was Valentino red. right? And you just said Valentino red. And I was
Yeah,
like,
that's a
oh,
signature.
shit.
That's Valentino red. That's the color.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's stunning. She's
Yeah.
amazing. Fuck.
She's obviously had a bowl
There's
of
no
pasta last
clash.
night.
She had a bowl of pasta. Why?
Because she's got meat on her.
Well, this is the thing. I mean, this is shape. This is a healthy shape. You know, this is not gaunt. This is not lettuce juice. You know, this is a woman who she's physically active. She does a shitload of dancing and she enjoys her food. Nothing wrong with that. Let me see if Emily Blunt is in one of these. By the way, we never talked about this. Bradley Cooper came along with this crazy. There's so many buttons in that photo.
Yeah,
right
it's a lot
there.
of buttons.
Yeah. There's a fuckload of buttons.
He looks like a
He is
gingerbread man.
Like he's the captain of the sailboat.
the captain of the sailboat, right?
He just needs
And
a
what's-
little sailor's cap on.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Too many buttons, dude.
Yeah. Oof, look at the jacket.
Oh,
brother.
Yeah, yeah. This is one of my. That's instant married for me. That this woman. Fuck.
She looks like she likes
Love
to get
her.
up to a little bit of Randy on the side with that outfit.
Right, because it's a little bit crazy. Because it
Yeah,
looks
it
like
looks
a
like-
choker.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Like, drag me along with this, with my lead.
These are a little bit space age. These shoulder pad things. It's a bit
Yeah.
Star Trek.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let me see if Emily Blunt's in here somewhere. It would be remiss.
That's it. Is that her?
That's not her. That's
Nope.
Bryce Dallas Howard.
Oh no, she never gets it right. Jesus Christ, this poor girl. I mean,
she's had weight issues over the past few years. This
that
woman,
is
I
a
think she's on
sandwich wrap.
Ozempic now.
This looks like, when you go to Party City and you get the colorful cellophane to wrap the gift. That's what that looks like.
I used to have a huge crush on her.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's
my
nice.
father-in-law is obsessed with her.
Really?
Yeah.
Here we go, Emily.
Oh,
Oof.
Jesus Christ Almighty!
That's the right
Listen.
color.
Whoever did her makeup knows what to do.
Jesus.
I mean, that is. Ugh.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have
This
a
is
big
so
shot
long.
of her in her full glory if you want to see it.
Really? Let's
Yeah,
do
hold
it.
on.
Share it over there.
Yeah.
That is stunning. She's beautiful. Oh yeah. Can you do zoom?
I should be able to. Can I zoom in? Look at that. Look at her hair. Look at
So
her
good.
eyes. Look at this outfit. This brocade and bejeweled. Look at that sheer all the way. Completely. Look at this. Look at this. You can see the slip in there. Her legs.
Mhm.
Perfect shoes. Everything about her. That's what a red carpet looks like. And look at this absolutely gorgeous woman with this. Look at the rubies and diamonds going on.
She's going all in, man.
She's all in. Because she looked so frumpy in the in Oppenheimer. They really played her down, She was
Sure.
She's an absolute gorgeous.
You
beauty.
played very good at playing a drunk.
Yeah, she was
Bring her
good.
back up again.
She was great.
Um,
She was better than Emma Stone.
yeah, I think she was one of the best performers in there. The only performance that didn't blow me away at all in Oppenheimer was fucking Cillian Murphy. It was
Yeah,
very
it was nothing.
very
There's no
flat.
acting involved at all.
No, it was just stare.
He did
Just
nothing.
keep staring, wondering.
Did
you know?
nothing. And
It's
he's
like,
gonna
there's no
win.
dynamic in that.
No, it was
Fuck.
good.
That's
All
what
right,
I don't
Rick,
like about that Priscilla movie. That was an A24 film. It came out recently. I don't know if you saw any previews for it, but the actress the whole time, it's just stare acting and eye acting. It's just like always looking off, and you're supposed to just feel what they're feeling, but it's so dull. It's so dry. It's like, Dirk's doing a better job right now. Look at that. I'm moved. That's more emotion than we saw in the whole Priscilla movie. That's really good. That was really good.
Shite.
Bravo.
Grazie.
Okay, so let's see
Yeah.
the watches before we head off again. Let's see that Millie. We never get to really see the Millie because of your green screen.
How about that?
Yeah, but we don't see any green.
I can see it, Dirk.
You
I'll
can't
give
see
you
the
credit.
green though.
I can see it.
You can't.
So what it does is it makes it look like the old one without the green.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or this-
that's just that any green in the nothing. If I put it up close, let's see what happens.
It's gonna disappear.
Just
We'll see
disappear.
right
Look
through
at that.
the
You see right through it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well. And of course I'm rocking green. Doing my AP, baby.
AP baby.
On the gray strap. Loving it on the gray. It's been stuck on the gray now for ages. Let me do a zoom in just for some watch porn at the end. Why not? She pretty, right?
Beautiful.
It's so
Beautiful
good
thing.
on the gray. It looks great.
Yeah, it looks great on the gray.
Fab. I'll go back to the green eventually, but it's nice to change these things up. And let's see that sooner.
Yeah, the so now.
So near.
So near.
I was telling Michaela last night because I have Swedish family, or at least my uncle who passed away last year, 2 years ago. He lived in Sweden, and of course my cousin is Swedish Irish, and Swedish is a funny language because I remember trying to pronounce 4, like if you should count from 1 to 10 in many languages if you can. Just try it. It's fun, and I could never get my head around.
I know.
Is that how you say 4?
Yeah, and you know what I discovered? This is the thing. Our mouths, we have certain different languages. They have a certain amount of stops and shapes inside the mouth, right?
Yeah.
People who speak Spanish have 29 to 30 different mouth positions, tongue positions. People who speak English have over 40, which is why we're able to get around a lot of their sounds, but they can't get around our sounds. So sounds like they don't have that. So we say Wednesday. Or if you pronounce my name, Wednesday is the correct pronunciation. Nobody ever says it. And
is that the correct way to say it? Wednesday?
Wednesday.
I'm
overdoing it, for effect, but it's Wednesday.
It's like,
but most people
February.
just go February. But if you pronounce my name correctly, Sheen, you have to go and they don't have that here, and they don't have it in the United States because you guys have been influenced by Spanish and Italian so much. The Swedish have the most sounds in their mouth. They have most mouth positions, 62 different positions. There are literally words in Swedish that we will never be able to pronounce properly. And if you ever go to Sweden, even the homeless can speak better English than you. Like they have no problems whatsoever speaking English. That's the reason why Swedish is such a bizarre language for us to learn, and that's why they all speak such perfect English. But anyway, the sun there is beautiful. Let's take a look at it again.
Sooner.
Nice.
I will show. Hold on. I'll get this right.
Is he letting you keep that? I hope he is.
Of course. Yeah, it's for me.
Good.
It's for me.
Good.
I love it. And a beautiful review. So an investment well made in Michaela de Chatillon. Beautiful.
I would never
She's the new
bother
brand
sending
ambassador.
it back.
Send her more.
Oh. No, he was nice. He even said he loved the way I pronounced Sonar.
Oh, perfect.
It's hard to say. I was like, thanks. He's just being nice.
Guys, subscribe to Michaela's channel. There it is on the screen.
Subscribe to Watch Fashion Police YouTube channel.
Oh, yes. Also that.
Most people are watching from you.
That's right. Yeah, we got to get all that stuff together and finally start promoting the channel better. But there is Michaela's channel, and there's the lovely review of the Sooner Watch.
Yeah.
Great job on that. So, guys, get over there and sub to Michaela. Good show, guys.
Fantastic. Fun.
See you guys next week.
Thanks, everybody.
Same time, same place. Are you doing a live tomorrow?
I will see everybody tomorrow at 5 p.m. at iBashers, Dirk Weekdays.
Mm-hmm. And Michaela, are you doing another watch review or anything for the weekend?
I'm planning something for Sundays. Yeah,
Ooh.
Sunday mornings.
Nice.
Sunday morning.
That sounded mysterious.
Yeah, it's because I don't know
stuff.
quite what I'm going to do yet, but we'll see.
Oh, okay. Great.
Nothing
Look
better than a
forward to
woman
that.
with a surprise.
See you guys next week.